It was special that I have grown up with my parents. I had wonderful parents, a father, a mother. I had a wonderful family. I lived in a happy family, and I always felt happy. Before the war, I just loved my life, because my family was together. We were free in our choices. We could do whatever we wanted, and that was the most important thing. I love my girls very much. I have two daughters, Lee and Elisa. They are full of light, wonderful girls, wonderful daughters that bring happiness into my life. They are a part of my motherland, part of my family, part of my life. I adore them. We are always together, and we are always happy, because we are together.
Family, you know, Lisa. And thank you so much. Perfect.
This is how it all started. That's me. My name is Myong and I'm a filmmaker. And this is my friend Ingmar. We've been friends since a long time. As a veterinarian, Ingmar not only saves animals, but has also a big heart for humans in need. He welcomed to his home 2 Ukrainian families and a dog. One of them, the Vlasenko family, visited me this summer in Spain, and we spent a wonderful time together. You quickly notice that one person is missing on all the photos. It's the father and husband. Since the beginning of the war, Ukrainian male between the age of 18 and 60 have not been allowed to leave the country. The better I got to know the family, the more one question haunted me. How does it feel to start a new life when the father and husband is still at home, in a country where brutal war is raging? How does the father and husband feel when his wife and his 2 daughters develop a new life without him? When I heard that the family is going to Ukraine to visit the father and husband, it was clear to me that this story needs to be told. This is a film about the human stories behind the war. From the escape of the bombs in the Ukraine to a new life in Germany. The struggle of finding a new home while the old one is under attack. A film about family, reunion, a new reality, and belonging.
I realized it early in the morning, at 4:36 a.m., when I heard the first explosions. Realizing that the war has begun was very scary.
Oh, I tell you what, I just heard a big bang.
We woke up in a different world today.
When we carried our staff from the house, we realized that it was dangerous to drive somewhere right away. We heard the sounds of explosions everywhere, so we went downstairs to the basement and spent some time there, waiting. But the explosions did not stop. We hoped it would only last a couple of hours, 3 or 4, and then everything would be over. Someone would do something to stop this madness. Unfortunately, it did not happen. My husband said that we need to leave our house behind and drive away. We only had one wish, not to hear this, to go somewhere where it will be quiet and calm. That was our wish. Before the war started, a couple of days before it, I almost felt like something was about to happen. Bad news. Some presentiment. And I'm very glad that around 4 days before the war started, I asked my mother to go to Germany with my daughters. It was easier when everything has started to know that they are in a safe place. My husband, brother and I came to the little town of Kyiv in Transcarpathia. I knew I had to say goodbye to my beloved ones, to my husband and my brother. It was as if someone would tear my heart into pieces, or take away the air I breathed. When my husband said goodbye, there was a huge crowd. I could not see anything, but then in the crowds I saw his eyes. I said, "Everything will be fine. See you soon. I love you." I haven't seen him for half a year that was stolen from us, from my and his life. But I hope we will see each other again soon.
From the very childhood, my daughter was very decisive and brave. She was never afraid of any difficulties and always tried to overcome all the obstacles on her own.
Early in the morning we arrived for the registration and queued up. There were a lot of people, a huge crowd. And that was the moment when I realized that I need to be strong. I can't just sit around and hope that someone else will take care of everything. I needed to act on my own. I saw a bus and I needed to ask where it was going to leave Berlin and go somewhere else where I could find a place to live. The bus that I saw was going to Trier. It was far away from Berlin, but we hopped in and went away, not knowing where this journey would take us. But it led us where it was meant to. I was asking all the people I knew for help, and my friends found a person who could help us. Our friend has found someone in Hamburg who agreed to give us a place to live for us and our dog.
Also ganz easy das Ganze, okay? Privat hätte ich auch noch gerne ein kleines Anliegen, und zwar würde ich gerne 3 Wohnungen zur Verfügung stellen für Flüchtlinge natürlich, und ja, wenn die Tierärzte sind oder Tierarzthelfer, sind natürlich auch herzlich willkommen, weil dann haben sie eine kleine Beschäftigung, können sich ein bisschen ablenken und den ganzen Stress vielleicht so ein bisschen verdauen, ja? Und ich zeige noch ganz kurz einen Kollegen von mir, den Anteil. Ja, Zahnarztkollege, und ist in der Ukraine geboren, richtig?
Ja.
Hat dann in Budapest studiert, also der kennt die ganze Gegend dort, spricht Russisch, Ukrainisch, und den letzten Teil, dass wir 3 Wohnungen zur Verfügung stellen, wird er jetzt noch auf Ukrainisch übersetzen. Viel Spaß.
Всім привіт, сподіваюсь, гарного дня.
This is a moment when everything falls into place. My friend Ingmar reached out to the world to welcome Ukrainian refugees in his home. And the Vlasenko family were the ones who perfectly matched. Ingmar's love for animals and the persistent will to not leave the dog behind were the reasons why they found each other. The Vlasenko family found a new home to feel safe and move on in life. A new country, new culture, new friends. Hamburg became Homeburg. But how can you build a new home when your country is still under attack? When your heart is with the ones who can't be there?
Hallo, ich heiße Li, ich bin 14 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus der Ukraine, aber wegen dem Krieg wohne ich in Deutschland.
I am often asked if I miss my dad. Of course, I miss him very much. There are not enough words in any of the languages to describe how much I miss my dad. There would never be enough trees to write down on paper how much I miss him and how much I love him. It is very hard to be apart from someone that you used to spend 24 hours together with. It is very hard. If I wanted to describe it, there would be simply not enough words to explain how difficult it is.
There are those times when the loneliness is so overwhelming that you don't know what to do. Of course, I miss my kids. They are both so special, so individual. Each of them has their own character, and my life, they made it complete. Lee, the older one, she filled the room, any room, wherever she would go to. She was always everywhere, so loud, so full of joy.
Вона усюди встигала. Галасно. Дуже весело.
The younger one, Elisa, is more calm, balanced, but very sensitive. I don't know how to say this, but these two very different kids, together they are the happiness. Happiness for the parents, for the family. This is what you want to live for, and nothing else. Just this.
Meanwhile, I've traveled to Kyiv.
Hast noch was zu sagen vor der Abreise?
Alles wird gut.
After a 27 hours long journey, I meet Alexander and Sasha, who welcomed me very warmly. It feels like meeting old friends. Soon I realize how much the war must have changed them. Since nobody expected the war to really happen, facing this new reality is traumatizing. This beautiful house has been empty for too long. A group of neighbors gathered to share a meal together. Looking closer, I see sadness in all of the faces. But being in this together is somewhat comforting. This woman, for example, had to flee from the Russians twice. For the first time in 2014 and for the second time just a couple of months ago. However, she had recently returned to Kyiv and decided to stay. The solidarity among these people, who all share the same stories, is inspiring. A couple of hours earlier, Yevgenia, Lee and Alisa have left Hamburg. Destination Kyiv. Alexander will meet his wife and his two beloved daughters very soon.
I'm in a good mood now compared to the last half a year, because I just talked to my wife. My kids, they are coming back to me, coming home, but as guests, because for the last half a year they live in Germany, involuntarily. This is the best day in the last half a year, because since February 24th, 2022, the time seemed to have stopped. Every day is the same. They repeat each other one after another. It is very hard when your family is torn apart. But everything is all right. Everything will be all right. I am sure that soon all the families, not only mine, but all the families will reunite again. And not just temporarily, but forever.
I'm feeling much more patient because they are out of our country at war, and they are in very good hands of our friend. His name is Ingmar, and he keep my mom, my sister. We got a new friend that help us in this pretty hard time, and I'm very thankful.
There he is, Alexander, the husband and father, the one who isn't on any of the recent family photos. The one who lived the past 6 months a lonesome life, cut out from the life of his family. But all the waiting has come to an end. Evgenia and her daughters traveled 2,000 kilometers from Hamburg to Kyiv. A 35 hours bus ride between two different worlds which belong to the new reality. In one of our conversations, Evgenia told me that the moment she said goodbye to her husband, she never thought that she would come back to her house.
Here is Papa.
Can I go now? Can I?
No, wait a bit.
Why is Papa so handsome? Can I go now?
Wait a bit. Wait.
The first dinner. Everyone is happy and exhausted, overwhelmed by emotions and the strains of the past 6 months. Time for some normality.
To the family reunited.
To this, of course.
I want to brag a little. I have Minecraft socks.
The morning after, I see a normal family, as if nothing has happened. The house is filled with a lot of energy. It is hard to imagine that this harmony has been interrupted by a war, and that this family life is only temporary. In 2 weeks, they have to split, but for now, everyone enjoys the moment. Alex shows the improvements he made in the garden house. This house was originally planned to be the girls' house, where they can live and study and still be with the parents. Instead, they live in Hamburg now. Being in this house feels a little bit like a broken dream. Evgenia checks the remaining parts of a bomb, which hit in the back of a garden. In general, the family was very lucky that the house has been spared from any major damage. However, these remaining parts are just a taste of what the war looks like. We drive through Bucha, a small town just outside of Kyiv. After the so-called Battle of Bucha, this street was completely filled with destroyed Russian tanks and military vehicles. The street has been rebuilt, but the memories of the terrible war crime is all around.
I want to forget everything, but I also want to remember it. Strange feelings. But it is incredibly important that our children can live in a world that is safe, in their territory, in their own land, so that they would understand that they are the masters of their house, their home, their motherland, not anyone else. Nobody has a right to take it away. This is a human right, to understand, to be responsible for own life, and never strive to take away someone else's life, home or values. Our country is our value. Nobody has a right to take it away. And we will stand for it, no matter how much it would cost us. Horrible things that happened here don't have a right to exist. People need to know it.
The reunion was a blessing for each and everyone. Especially the children felt lifted and energized. It seemed as if they were allowed to be more children again. Slowly, I feel that my journey has come to an end. I have learned how much Ukrainians value, love, and protect their families. The cruel thing about this war is that it tears the families, the heart of the Ukrainian soul, apart. Millions of Ukrainians like the Vlasenkos have left their home country, and millions of fathers and husbands withstand the challenges of living alone. But what I also learned is that Ukrainians are fighters. Not only do they fight heroically on the front lines, but they are also strong at mastering new situations. Every Ukrainian I spoke to, I was told that they always believe in victory. This spirit creates a sense of belonging.
I am confident that Ukraine will win at any cost. I believe in this victory, and I want to return home to Ukraine, to my motherland, and live the happy life we had before war. Glory to Ukraine. Victory is coming very soon.
There will be a time when we will remember it as a nightmare.
We will be telling it to the next generation.
Yes, kids, you have seen it, you have felt it, and one day you will tell stories about it. You have to tell others about it.
Everything will be all right.
And everything will be Ukraine.
Everything will be Ukraine.
Bless you.
Місто вогні, серце болить, втомлює бій, і ворог не спить. Кулі летять, поки падає сніг, і ворог лежить, мовчить. Ночі без сну нам не холодно, чекає сім'я на околицях. разом ми всі переможемо. Це наша рідна земля. Хай буде весна, там, де ми стоїмо до кінця, і нас не зламає війна. Наша віра єднає серця. Україна навіки жива. Україна — це наша земля. Україна єднає серця.